Fair to say we can expect a bruising battle between these two, Grant.
Yeah, these are two teams that dare you to bring the ball at them. They both feast on the defensive side, so don't expect any scoring records broken in this one.
So let's take a look at the starters for the Denver Nuggets. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. And it's Watson in at the 3 spot.
What a dynamic drive by Murray, upsetting the defense and getting him to a shot.
Here's Booker. The Nuggets getting their last shot to go. Pass to Durant. The 3 ball. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Murray with it. Brown passes to Murray. Up and in on the layup. Murray's gotten his 2nd bucket of the game.
Skilled finish by Murray. He can score inside and outside, really anywhere on the court.
Plumlee a screen. Booker, the pass to Plumlee. It's hauled in by Nikola Jokic. And here's Denver. Pass to Murray. Watson with it. Fires for 3. Plumlee pulls down the board. Grant, the Denver Nuggets have been on quite the run here in this window of time.
Yeah, B.A. It's all working for Denver in recent years. This is a well-constructed team that they play as a unit, and it makes it so difficult to try to get the best of them.
So it's Denver now. After the basket by Phoenix on the other end. Over to the left wing. Lets the 3 fly. Brown's shot is good.
And we talk about the importance of versatility. He's really got it all on the offensive end.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Phoenix. And obviously, facing Nikola Jokic was the first topic of conversation. Coach told me they don't hand out MVP awards. The Joker is one of the most talented players in league history, and he's 7 feet. It's unreal. In terms of how to stop Jokic, he laughed and said, I don't think anyone has that answer, guys.
Thank you for that, Allie.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
The Nuggets have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter. Oh, Beal picks his pocket. Oh, they get a hand on it. Done with it. Checked by Gordon. Oh, sweet move. Well, Richard, I know you had the pleasure of guarding Kevin Durant. Not an easy assignment. What was that like?
You're right, B.A. I had the pleasure of guarding him in the NBA Finals. And let's say it was not the easiest of tasks. He's become such a complete player. There's no way to stop him. He takes what you give him, and he kills you with it.
Murray inside. Booker defending. They get it again. Pass to Brown. Gordon with a screen on Beal. Brown drops in the 3. Brown's got his 2nd bucket of the night.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Basket counts. Durant's got 12 points in the game.
If you feed KD, this man is going to do this all night long.
Booker against Murray. And there's the screen. And it's Murray finishing it off.
And one move ahead of the defense. A solid pick.
And then the monster dunk to complete the play. Well done.
Well, great chemistry on display. He understood where to put the screen in order to free up his teammate.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Just a strong finish there, guys.
Hey, needed just one hand to do it. 58 seconds left to play in the first. Pass to Plumlee. Back to Booker. Done outside. Just 5 on the clock. The 3-pointer off the mark. A chance at a 2-for-1 if they'd like.
And I really can't see why they wouldn't.
Shot is good by Gordon.
Oh, an explosive finisher. Gordon is also skilled at staying in control and finishing through contact.
Now here's Booker. 24 seconds left in the opening quarter. And the bucket is good.
Terrific design and execution, leading to an opportunity right at the rim.
Murray passes to Watson. Pass to Brown. There's a screen. And it's Murray finishing it off.
And they keep trading punches. Both teams in a groove early.
You have to think at this point the winner will be the one to settle in on defense.
And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Nuggets.
They've started the game the right way, penetrating the defense and attacking the rim. They're just not settling.
Well, I've also really loved watching them connect from the in-between area. I mean, they're finding ways to do damage consistently from there.
On the floor for Denver, getting going in the second. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the 3, small forward. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
KBA, the Denver Nuggets are building for the long haul. Their philosophy has been to draft polished prospects and then develop them into contributors. They look for 4 qualities: basketball IQ, character, positional size, and absence of skill deficiencies. Brian, the track record has been strong.
It really has. Thanks, Allie. Suns trail by 4. Ever since Phoenix changed ownership, they've been all in on winning now, Richard.
They've traded a lot of picks away and young talent to assemble a team of superstars. Some of the best shooters in the history of this league, and they were willing to go deep into the luxury tax to sustain it.
The Nuggets shooting has been ridiculous. 75% in this game. Inside, here's Murray. Nice assist and nice finish. Solid play all the way around. Murray's got 4 points in the quarter. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. Outside Booker. You know, Booker gets a lot of praise for his scoring, but how about his skill as a passer, Richard?
Oh, he's a good decision maker, BA. He's able to read defenses and dissect them with his passing. He's shown he can be a traditional quote-unquote point guard.
Well, Grant, if you talk about consistent top-level scores, Devin Booker is near the top of that list.
Yeah, and going back to the 17-18 season, Devin has averaged at least 25 points every year. Book can create his own shot and finish. It's hard finding guys who can do both.
Here's Brown, pounded by Beal. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. Well, when you look at the forwards in this league, there are a lot more Grant Hill types out there these days, Parker.
Well, thank you for the nice words, B.A. Of course, I took pride in my overall game. And over the last few decades or so, we've seen a bunch of guys playing the 3, 4, and 5 who can pass, dribble, and shoot. So it's fun to watch the game evolve.
Booker finds Beal, driving to the basket. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
First personal foul.
It's going to be on Jamal Murray.
So dangerous on the attack. Beal excels at forcing the D to overcommit.
You know, over Bradley Beal's career, he succeeded in a few different roles, RJ.
Yeah, he played with the ball-dominant guy. Then he became the sole star on his team. And now he's playing with multiple stars. Evolution is a part of success, and Bradley Beal is doing it.
Here's Dunn. And it's off from 3-point range. Denver leading by 4. Screen by Watson. Here's Brown. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist. Brown's got 4 points this quarter.
The combo guard, Murray, capable of hurting you with his scoring as well as with his passing.
Screen by Durant. Here's Booker. Ooh, some contact there. No issue for Booker, though.
Gotta fight harder to get over those screens.
Yeah, as soon as these guys feel contact, they are just disappearing like they're not even there. You gotta show some fire and keep defending.
Murray from outside. Plumlee pulls down the board. Plumlee's got 4 rebounds now. Booker, the pass to Plumlee. It's Beal on the wing. Shoots it from the high post. Rebounded by Denver.
Yeah, you have to knock those down. Open shots inside the arc are rare in this league.
Here's Jokic. Smart transition play by Jokic.
And we know he can pass the ball. But wow, what a great finisher as well. Jokic delivering when his team needs him.
Booker, the pass to Durant. 1:36 left in the second period. Clock at 6. Plumlee a screen. Here's Booker. A tad short, but it's good off the front iron. Booker's got 10.
Make no mistake, Devin Booker is a shooter. If he sees a chance, he is going to take it.
Jokic passes to Watson. Jokic in the post. Plumlee on him. Jokic's shot is good. Jokic has got his second bucket on the night. On the wing, Durant. Defended by Watson. Back to Booker. Pass to Beal. Here's Durant. Here's the 3. Jokic grabs the board.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Outside Booker. Oh, Booker in close.
Plays hard in every facet of the game. Nothing that Booker can't do.
And so it's Murray who brings up the ball for Denver. It's a 5-point game. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. And it's out of bounds. Still Denver's ball.
Great read to get a hand in there and disrupt the play.
Yeah, I think he was hoping to maybe even get the steal, but I agree. He's still got a good outcome.
And the Nuggets going with a whole new group out there. The drive by Porter. And then Porter with the dunk.
Okay, Michael Porter. I mean, he just explodes inside and up to the rim before anyone can stop him.
Now Jones jacks up a 3, drills it from deep. Jones has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Najee sets a screen, and there's the foul. It'll go on Tyus Jones. That's his first foul of the game.
Second team foul.
And here's Saric for 3. No good on the buzzer beater. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's Denver. They lead by 4. And time now for the halftime break with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Trouble. They're thinking about the shot.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. One guy who's been getting it done is Jamal Murray.
Yeah, tonight he's done a great job of slashing through the lane and finishing.
And you love that mindset he has going at the rim. He hasn't settled for anything, and he's been the aggressor all game long.
They've got Nick Richards, Bull out there with Cody Martin. Then there's Tyus Jones, and it's Allen in a shooting guard. And that's the group from Mike Budenholzer as we begin the second half.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here.
He's got moves in close. There's a reason Westbrook likes to get in there.
Well, the last few years, Richard, the Suns have had some all-time greats. But this is Devin Booker's team.
No doubt, drafted in 2015. Book's been here his entire career. His first few seasons, the team was, let's just say they were rebuilding. But Devin stayed loyal and enjoyed some stellar seasons since then.
Ooh, it's stolen by Jordan. Westbrook finds Saric. Back to Westbrook. Porter with a screen on Jones. Outside Porter for 3. Phoenix grabs the miss.
And the defense dodged one right there. Not the guy you want to leave open.
Allen can't get it to go. The Nuggets lead by 4. Porter the pass to Najee. Finished off the break.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
Jones drives in. Right side Bull. Just 5 to shoot. Laid it in with a nice touch off the window.
Where's the rim protection? That's just too easy for him.
And here's Westbrook. Pass to Najee. And he drops in the layup off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 6.
This is what you love to see. Westbrook sharing the ball with open teammates, making the right play.
Here's Jones. This one for 3. And it's Jordan with the rebound. Porter against Allen. And it's Porter. That time on the assist by Westbrook. And now it's a 9-point Denver lead.
A lights-out three-point shooter. All Porter Jr. needs is a little wiggle room, and he's pulling up.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
We hear players proclaiming their love for the game, but former sharpshooter J.J. Redick said there's a distinction between loving the competition itself and loving the game and everything that goes into that. Guys say, I just want to play. Well, do you want to do all of the necessary things that lead up to that? Hey, Brian, 15 NBA seasons for Redick. He'd know.
He certainly would. Thanks, Allie. Saric, the pass to Najee. And stolen by Bull.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Here's Martin. And once again, off the mark by Phoenix. Denver leading by 9. Outside Porter. All alone. The Nuggets with another miss. The Suns have gotten only 2 of 7 shots to go in the third quarter. Tries it from 19. Allen can't get it to go. For Denver, they've gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Grayson Allen's shooting gets a lot of attention, Richard, but his efficiency is also impressive.
No, it's his shooting and efficiency that causes problems for defenses. When he's on the floor, there will be much more space for everyone else to work.
Allen on the wing. They need this. Sinks the tray. Allen's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Outside Porter. Offensive rebound. Jordan, the pass to Najee. Outside for Porter. Westbrook with a screen on Bull. 6 to shoot. Porter finds Westbrook. Launches it. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Here's Westbrook. Phoenix grabs the miss. And there's the foul. It's on Michael Porter. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
2-second difference between shot and game clock. Pass to Allen. Ooh, stolen by Westbrook. Fast break. Here come the Nuggets. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Westbrook.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Booker. 12 points for him. Plumlee a screen. 3-pointer. Oh, yeah! Booker dialing long distance.
Credit the plays they're calling for him. Getting him right now some good shots.
Murray from outside. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And we've reached the end of the third quarter. Just a terrific game. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court for the Nuggets. Pairing up in the backcourt, Murray and Brown. Gordon and Jokic together in the middle. And it's Watson in at the 3. On the wing, Durant. From the baseline. The rebound by Murray.
That was a good look for him from mid-range, but just couldn't make the defense pay.
That's what you need your bigs to do. Step up and control the defensive glass.
Here's Brown. Misses the three. Suns trail by 4. Here's Durant driving in.
And you see those long strides of Durant eating up ground in a hurry.
And Denver shooting it at 61%, a terrific average. Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Here's Brown, and he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it. And although he's undersized at his position, his vertical, yeah, that'll clean up a few mistakes.
There's a screen. Murray from outside. Good. 8 buckets in 12 attempts.
I call Jamal Murray a scoring guard. He's on this team to provide points, and he's certainly doing that tonight.
Wrong. Second personal foul. First team foul.
Here's Durant. There's the drive. And it's slammed in by Durant.
Super long. KD's arms stretched for days, helping him slam it on the bounce.
Gordon outside. Kevin Durant pulls it in.
And you don't see that every day. Usually he'll convert when he gets that close to the rim.
Second team foul.
Suns trail by 3. Now here's Booker. Pass to Durant. A touch under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Oh, KD against contact inside.
Just too much to handle. Durant not fazed by the bump.
Booker against Murray. Here's Brown. Murray, a screen on Booker. 6 on the shot clock.
Impressive one-hand slam right there, B.A.
Man, as long as he's confident about it, I'm good with it. Maybe use 2 hands next time. He knows where he is.
2 minutes remaining.
Plumlee a screen.
2 minutes.
To tie it up. Booker can't get it to go.
Ooh, he really came close to leveling the score there.
You love the intensity out there right now. Close game. Both teams leaving it all out there.
Here's Brown. Yes, and it's Murray picking up the assist.
3-point field goal.
Murray's got 3 assists now in this one.
Absolutely ruthless. He's not about to start showing mercy now.
This is what you expect from him, just coming alive and dominating in effortless fashion here in the fourth.
Pass to Plumlee. Plumlee a screen. Good D by Jokic.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
There's a screen. Murray passes to Brown. Got a piece of it.
Things aren't looking good here. I mean, they need points and they need a map.
And if I were them, I'd start thinking about where he's going to get food after the game, because this one looks a bit out of reach. That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
They're going to turn it over. They couldn't get it inbounds in time. 44 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Booker on the take. Cash. And now they trail by just 4.
And Booker is made for these moments. What a big-time bucket.
Puts up a 3. Count it. Oh, what a sensational bucket. That brings them within 1.
ice in his veins. This guy, he lives for these moments.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
Mason Plumlee. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Good on the first, and that'll put him up 2.
Aaron Gordon.
Second one is good, getting both at the line. And it's a 3-point game.
Delivering exactly what they needed from the line. He secures the 3-point lead.
Booker with it, outside Durant to tie it up. Misses the 3, and they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Getting a little desperate at this stage. I mean, clock's the big factor.
First free throw is good, and that gives them a 4-point cushion.
At the line for 2.
And so both free throws good, and it's a 5-point game.
Making no mistakes and putting some extra nails in the coffin right here. Yeah, pretty much good.
For all the dancers.
Here's Durant. It's deflected, and it's out of bounds. Still Phoenix's ball.
Phoenix ball.
Seconds left in the fourth quarter. And so it's Denver with the W. They played the villain tonight, and all right, Allie, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson saying,
basketball here tonight, given the veteran talent on both sides.
Yeah, tremendously high IQs from both teams, so expect a clean game. And some of these players have been through it all in this league.
Now Golden State's starting five. Green is out there with Butler. Then it's Curry. Then there's Moses Moody. And it's Post in at the center. Down to 5 on the shot clock. KD's shot is off. Green taking his time here. And Green slams it in.
Boy, you love to see the lift Draymond Green gets on these dunks. Once he's established, forget about it.
Booker outside. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. You know, you talk about a foundational piece. To start his career, Devin Booker toiled through, what, Doris, a half a decade of losing in Phoenix.
It was all of that, Kevin, but what I admired most is through all of that losing, he never stopped working. And the losing never stopped bothering him. He never got comfortable with it. Now, all of a sudden, other players see his talent. They want to join him, and it's a much more competitive basketball team.
And here are the Suns now. Here's KD. And the jam by Kevin Durant.
Now, KD is showing a little bit of elevation.
Here's Curry. Now in the scoring column with that bucket. 1 for 2 this game.
That's a finish for the purists out there. The lightest of touches on the finger roll.
Beal against Curry. And that one is good from Bradley Beal.
Boy, that is just tremendous concentration from Bradley Beal. Defense all over him, no problem.
They set the pick. And Butler, here we go. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
I'll tell you, that vertical ability he has puts him in select company in NBA power forwards. May not have great size, but boy, he plays bigger than it.
Now, here is O'Neal. Booker with no one around. That's in, coming off the assist from O'Neal.
Instinct, skill, the ability to be rise and fire ready. Devin Booker, yes, sir.
Pass to Post. And a little luck that time, but it drops.
Well, deliver the pass where your teammate can do something with it. Nice.
Here's Booker driving in. He gets that one. Booker's got 6.
Well, the defense has got to be willing to guard the jumper, and for Devin Booker, that opens up the drive.
Curry with the bucket.
Yeah, another nice bucket down low. They've really been able to work the ball into the post effectively here so far.
And with this score of the Suns, you know, Greg, you never know who is going to initiate the offense for them.
And that can cause problems at times, Kevin. It can run you into issues keeping the ball moving. Turnovers can be their Achilles heel as well.
Outside, KD. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Warriors have gone 5 of 6 so far from the field to start out the game. And that one's good. Richard.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
The Suns leading. Here's Booker. And it's Curry with the rebound.
I'm sure he's kicking himself. He hates to blow that kind of opportunity.
And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul.
Royce O'Neal.
That's his first foul.
First team foul.
.116 left in the first. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. Phoenix on defense. Curry outside. And again, it's the Warriors missing. And the dunk by Booker.
You can see when a guy like Devin Booker sees a lane to the rim, he's going to exploit it.
Curry is inside. He's guarded by Booker. Good. Green's got his second basket of the night.
Well, 9 times out of 10, that probably is a miss, but somehow he finds a way.
Here's Booker. Pass to Richards. 36 seconds left in the first quarter. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And credit the screen for giving him the space he needed to get to the rim.
For sure, GA allows him to come in with the sledgehammer.
Boy, that's a play you just practice time and time again, and that's the result of the work put in.
Yeah, and there it is again. On a lot of their possessions this first half, they've established great inside position.
Here's KD. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Here's Butler. Oh, and the jam by Butler.
So far, both teams scorching the Nets. You gotta love it.
Well, you love it when you can get off to a fast start offensively. You hate it, though, when your opponent does the same.
An offensive mastery right there. I mean, great move in the lane and then the flush.
With just no way for the D to handle it. Both teams have it going here early and still close. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Guys, what's your take so far on the Suns?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin this second quarter. They've got Curry, Butler out there with Draymond Green. Then there's Moody. And it's Post in at the center position. 4 on the clock. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Bangs home the trifecta. Butler's got 7 points.
Taking back the lead once more. Give these teams credit. Man, they are battling.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Green against Durant. Beyond the arc. And the Suns get it back. There's Beal with the 3. He can't get it to go.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Butler against KD. Butler passes to Green. And Green slams it in.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, gotta chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
Yeah, and give him credit for taking advantage. In a close game, those are the types of plays that can swing things in your direction.
Butler passes to Moody. Butler against Durant. And there's Butler with the flush.
Yeah, this is what happens when you give Jimmy Butler a lane. He's going to make you pay.
And guys, hold on now. I'm getting word we have Shams Charania calling in. Shams, what do you have for us?
Guys, thanks. Well, Jimmy Butler is in the 5th stop of his NBA career. He'd been in a standoff with the Heat. As they hesitated to extend him at the number he desired, he knew there's going to be someone willing to pay up. And guys, I'm very interested to see how Butler fits in his new opportunity.
We'll continue to track that story. All right, Shams, thanks a lot.
Well, you get a sense of how locked in Kevin Durant is. The defense not going to alter his approach.
Curry is inside. He's covered by Beal. From down in the low post, it goes.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it.
Oh, wow! Booker with the big jam.
Wow, the elevation, the creativity, highlight reel finish by Devin Booker.
Pass to Post. The rebound by Richards. Suns trail by 3. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Kevin, last season, Draymond Green got his three-pointer going again. He said, over the years, my shot took a dive. It was in large part because I couldn't get in and out of my hips. They were messed up. I was getting my movement patterns right. Kevin, my hips haven't been the same in years, but Draymond's are good. Now they've made him tough to deal with. Back to you.
Your hips are pretty good, David. I've always said your hip. Floor spacing, always critical. Good point, D.A. And he's going to get whistled for that foul, G. That was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
This is what makes him a challenge to stop. He will beat you from the floor, and he can also beat you from the line.
Here's Curry with the three. Steph, perfection from the arc.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Pass to KD. We've got 1:08 left to play here in the half, and he makes good on the layup. Durant's got 8 points.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Here's Moody. That three off the mark. Phoenix has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Knocked loose. It's stolen by Curry. And here comes the break. Pass to post. Butler from outside. From deep, Jimmy Butler.
Oh, you can see the swagger and the body language. Jimmy Butler is cooking, and he's letting the defense know it.
Now here's Durant. Trying to come right back with the three of his own, but it's no good. Curry kicks to Butler. No good on the triple. Outside, KD. 1 second left. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
Well, finishing quarter strong. Every coach.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
To the center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll, please. They're measuring up the shot.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
In those first 2 quarters, he was pretty much an automatic bucket getter if he got it down low on the block.
Well, you can see why they would continue to play through him. He was tough to stop, super assertive down low. Just great work.
Allen is out there with Jones. Then it's Plumlee. Then there's Bull. And it's Martin in at the 3 spot. They're the group for Mike Budenholzer starting the second half. Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
And there's a foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. Craig in the process to bring in all their stars. The Suns don't have a lot of ways to add players in the near future.
They don't control their draft picks for the next few years. That was part of the price for Beal and Durant. They'll have to be very shrewd to add rotation pieces to help them win.
Jones, the pass to Plumlee, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. On the free throw, no good. Warriors leading by 4. Outside, Kuminga. Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. And the call will go against Grayson Allen.
Second team foul.
That is his first foul of the game. On defense, the Suns. Payton, that's good.
Payton the second. The assist, Trace Jackson-Davis.
And here's Jones. Nothing on the board. Puts up a three. Drills the three-pointer.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Payton attacking. And Payton throws it down hard.
Not the kind of aggressive defense they need to cut into the lead.
Yeah, you have to protect the rim, Greg, a little bit.
You're just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there?
Jones against Kuminga. And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Here's Podziemski. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Here's Jones. Outside for Martin. Back to Plumlee. 5 on the clock. A second chance effort. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
First personal foul.
That one is on Hield. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And he finished last season right around 71% from the line. So not exactly his best percentage.
Warriors leading by 5. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And he lobs it up toward the rim. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Oh, phenomenal alley-oop slam there.
They are taking advantage of a team that looks lost out there. Bowles setting the pick for Martin. It's stolen by Hield. 4-on-3 break. And Kuminga throws it down.
And not just a scorer. Hield is solid at reading when his guys are open for a look.
Teardrop shot. And Plumlee kicks to Allen. Phoenix no good that time either. Warriors have gone 6 of 8 on field goal attempts in the third. A 75% clip. Suns trail by 9. Jones looking for an opening. Right wing. Allen against Payton. Plumlee with a screen on Payton. Just 5 on the clock. Allen's shot is off. Payton attacking. Oh, and the jam by Payton.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
Really, the defense is helpless to stop a layup right there. Just too much of an advantage in terms of the mismatch.
Kuminga, screen on Jones. Outside, Kuminga. Back to Podziemski, and stolen by Bowles. To the paint. That one's in there. The Warrior lead is cut to just 7 on the basket from Allen.
And I love the fact that he didn't have to slow down or adjust there. The pass was just timed perfect.
And Kuminga throws it down.
That is ferocious.
You said it. That was ferocious. Pass to Bowles. He doesn't hit that one. And so it's the Golden State Warriors in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job down. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, guys. Well, Mike Budenholzer had some advice for the team during the timeout. He's not pleased with the perimeter game on both sides of the ball. He told his guys, we aren't working hard enough out there. We need to shut down the perimeter on defense, and on offense, we have to focus from good to great. Guys?
All right, David, thanks. On the court for Golden State here in the fourth. We've got Draymond Green. Stephen Curry's out there with Moody. Then it's Butler. And it's Post in at the center, filling out the middle.
And he wasn't about to do anything that would get him in trouble there.
Nope, up and in with a one-hand finish, the most basic possible. Here's Durant, using his length inside. Durant.
How do you match up with KD? This guy is so good at taking what the defense gives him. Good luck.
Pass to Post. The Warriors keep it going. A new 14-second shot clock. O'Neal against Green. Outside for Curry. Good. Great play by Green to set it up.
Boy, how fast is Stephen Curry's release on the catch? Wow.
Durant drives.
Well, the problem is they haven't gotten production from any other spot, but right now, this guy is cooking.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. There's the pick. Moody the pass to Butler. Green with a screen for Butler. 5 to shoot. Goes up the baseline. It's rebounded by Booker. Suns trail by 8. KD on the wing. And they go to the intentional foul.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
KD looking around. Over Green. The rebound by Post. Post has got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Back to Moody. From the arc. And another 3 for Golden State.
Yeah, you have to make greater effort than that defensively. You know what he can do from range.
Well, Jameek, that's just inexcusable. You start to wonder how much they really want this basketball game.
Butler finishing at the other end.
Boy, out in transition, Butler gets his eyes on the rim, and there's no denying him.
Booker against Butler. Lets the 3 fly. Outside for Durant. Tries again. Tough 2 from Durant.
It's not just that Kevin Durant scores it. It is the efficiency with which he does it. This guy, you can lean into him on the offensive end.
It's Curry outside. And it's Durant with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And that's an intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Look at the clock. A little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth. On the wing, Booker, defended by Butler. Booker, no good.
Boy, that's one he wishes he could have back, especially against soft defense.
Back to Curry. To the middle. And stolen by Booker. Here's O'Neal. And he drops in the layup off the glass. O'Neal's got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Phoenix.
Well, that's an unselfish.
Oh!
Yeah.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for the Warriors.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game, and I think ultimately that earned the W.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out, and doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Stephen Curry.
Boy, whatever was needed, he provided it. He was the jack of all trades. Big bucket on one end, big defensive play on the other. I thought his influence was felt all over the floor.
Butler is screen on Booker. Curry. O'Neal with the rebound. Not sure the miracle great is on hand here tonight for them.
Well, they need one, but gonna play it until the final whistle.
And it's Royce O'Neal with the foul.
Royce O'Neal.
That'll be his second foul of the game.
First team foul.
15 seconds left in the fourth quarter. So we see the Warriors taking the game here. They came in here and took care of business like they were the home team.
And Kevin, how about the mental toughness that this group showed? They were never rattled at all by the...
Thank you for that, David. And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge.
Should see some great ball movement with these two teams, Grant. Fantastic group of passers on each side.
They're just so unselfish. They play for one another. You can see how it keeps the whole team involved. And I'll tell you what, I just love watching teams that can pass like this.
All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. Moses Moody out there with Stephen Curry. Then it's Green. Then there's Jimmy Butler. And it's Post in at the center position. Now here's Murray. Picked by Murray. On the wing, Murray fires the three. A rebound by Post. Outside Moody. Pass to Green. And he buries his first look.
We know Green prefers to work up close. He loves getting those high percentage looks.
Porter the pass to Brown. Fires the three. Counted from distance.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And Curry's got the ball here for the Warriors. Stan, we know Jokic is one of the best passers this game has ever seen at any position, but his teammates will dish it as well.
Yeah, the Nuggets, by and large, are very unselfish. It's part of their culture. They only bring in guys who are willing to sacrifice for the team's sake.
So it's Denver now, following the score by Golden State. Brown passes to Murray. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Yeah, nice play by Murray. A big guard who is unafraid to mix it up inside.
Now here's Curry. Pass to Post. The three is up. Rebounded by Denver. Porter looks it over. First quarter, just about 2 minutes in. Outside Murray. Lets it go from deep. And Porter hits from deep.
Yeah, guard-like skills and a forward's body. Porter Jr. with the quick release.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to talk with the head coach for Denver. I asked him outright how he planned to deal with Steph Curry. How does anyone deal with him? Coach joked. He went on to say, we'll try to contest every shot and chase him off the arc, but emphasis on try. Not easy to solve a problem with no good solution, I guess, B.A.
Okay, thank you, Allie. Here's Murray. After the Warriors picking up a basket just a moment ago. Clock at 6. Here's Brown. Soft touch off the glass. Brown's got 5.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Now here's Moody.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
A minute 58 left to play in the first. Denver leading by 4. And while Nikola Jokic has lots of years left in this league, he's already an all-time great, Grant.
You know, B.A., not many guys have won multiple MVPs and a title. But Jokic has already accomplished so much. And with his size and skill set, Jokic can be elite for a long time and add to that impressive resume.
Now here's Curry. And Jamal Murray picks up the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Just over 3.5 minutes gone here in the first. And the basket by Curry.
Not afraid to mix it up inside. Curry is a crafty finisher.
Outside Murray. From downtown. The Warriors pull it in.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
And 1:01 left in the first. Here's Post. He's guarded by Porter. Post shot no good. Denver has gone 2 of 5 from deep. Outside Watson. From deep. Hauled in by Curry. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. Trailing by 2. On the take. That one's good. This game is all even. 6 points for him.
The speed of Curry's drive really makes him trouble for the defense, just cutting them to pieces.
Here's Brown. He's covered by Curry. Brown passes to Porter. Fires in the triple. Porter's got 6.
Yeah, he makes it look so easy out there. The game comes naturally to him.
And here's Curry for 3. And no good. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a close one. It's Denver up by 3. And the second quarter. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Denver.
Well, the coaching staff's game plan is very clear. Move the ball on the perimeter and shoot the shots with no hesitation.
Another thing they're doing well early on is passing the ball, spreading it around the floor and feeding guys who are well set up to score.
So on the floor for Golden State to kick off the second quarter. Draymond Green is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Stephen Curry. Then it's Moses Moody. And it's Post in at the 5 down low. Outside Moody. Close in. Moses Moody.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Denver in the lead. Murray scanning the floor. To the right side. Jokic in the post. No points yet. Nope, another miss. 0 for 2 to start the game. And Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
To the middle. Here's Post. Ooh, the lead pass was in the perfect spot to set up the layup. Post has got his first basket.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Oh, it's stolen by Butler. Jumps up. Butler soars in to cap off the break.
This is why you must stay in front of Butler. When he's leaking out like this, he's focused on scoring.
Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian. No surprise here. Stephen Curry hopes to be a Warrior for life. He said being a part of a group of legends that have played for one franchise, established a culture, and won at the highest level, and did it with a lot of different roster combinations, I don't ever take that for granted. Brian, what a run.
Yeah, it is a great run, and he's been the foundation, Allie. Thank you. Outside Curry. They set a pick. Launches a 3. Money! Stephen Curry, the three-point king.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
Murray passes to Brown. They kick it out to Murray. The 3. Cash. Assisting on the play was Porter. Porter's got 3 assists now in this one.
You have to watch Murray closely at the perimeter. He won't hesitate to flex his range.
Outside Curry. Curry takes it in. And they pick up 2. Curry's got 11 points. Wow, 8 lead changes in the first half. Unbelievable.
Yeah, both sides digging in for what looks like a war.
Butler against Murray. Pass to Jokic. Chalk up 2 there. Jokic has got 6 here in the quarter. Coach, when you look at the best defensive teams, what's the balance between IQ, smarts for the game, versus effort?
Well, Brian, it's both. You know, I mean, the effort is a given. You're not going to get anything done in the game without effort. But to be a good defensive team, you have to be smart. You have to understand your opponents, their tendencies, both as a team and as individuals. And if you do that, you can cover up for a lot in terms of just raw athleticism.
Pass to Watson. Outside Murray. Back to Watson. The Nuggets need to get one up. Outside for Porter. They get it back. Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
So listen, I mean, whether you put a body on Jokic or you don't, he will sneak in there for a second chance opportunity.
Butler, a screen on Murray. Outside for Butler. And the bucket counts. And he is on his way to the line. He'll try to make it a three-point play. And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
It's something I remember from their last outing. He was excellent at the charity stripe.
The Nuggets trail.
If you can, use up the clock en route to the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Here's Brown. Pass to Jokic. Gets it off. Whoa! He just got it off in time.
That was close. Now, he doesn't panic in these situations.
He released it just in the nick of time. What a shot.
It's all tied in Denver. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
Well, I just love his fearlessness so far. He's charging inside like no one can stop him.
Dario Saric is out there with Ignaji. Then there's DeAndre Jordan. Then there's Aaron Gordon. And it's Strother in at the point guard position. That's the group on the floor for Denver. Saric, a screen on Payton. Gordon with it. And it's Hield picking him up. Yes, it's good. And the Nuggets lead by 2.
Oh, an explosive finisher. Gordon is also skilled at staying in control and finishing through contact.
Here's Podziemski. And the layup falls.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
And Denver has possession. And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Podziemski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson-Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Here's Strother, defended by Podziemski. Pass to Jordan. Here's Naji. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Back to Jordan. Here's Naji from the arc. Buries it from 3. Here in the second half, this game's still nip and tuck.
Just an insane amount of lead changes. The fans are getting their money's worth.
Outside heel. Back to Podziemski. And the call will be against Dario Saric. That's his first foul of the game.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul.
Outside heel. Kuminga up top. Shot clock at 6. Kuminga soars in for the slam. Man, he makes it look easy.
Well, he can play the 4 because he gets off the ground so well.
Saric with it. Here's Strother. Out to Gordon. Pass to Strother. 4-3. It's rebounded by Golden State.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Aaron Gordon. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
So it's the Warriors now. They lead by 1.
Keeping pace here. That's an excellent move inside.
Denver has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. And he drives in. And it's out of bounds. Still Denver's ball.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
And the call will be against Dario Saric. That'll be a second foul of the game.
And there's just one foul now away from the penalty.
Right around 3 minutes into this second half. The shot by Podziemski, no good.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Jordan, the screen. Pass to Gordon. Here's Strother. The 3 is up. Knocks it down from distance. Strother's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
And once Gordon spots an open guy, he immediately moves the ball. Just well-coached offense right there.
Lets it fly. Payton, no good. Denver has gotten 2 of 4 threes to fall here in this third quarter. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Brian, the Warriors play a unique style predicated on passing and cutting off the ball. Stephen Curry said the main goal is to just force the defense to make as many decisions as he can. So with all that ball movement and body movement, they're going to mess up at some point. Brian?
Well, it helps having a weapon like Stephen Curry. Thanks, Allie. And Kuminga throws it down.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Here's Gordon. It's rebounded by Golden State.
You gotta finish at the rim right there. You hate seeing those opportunities go to waste.
Here's Podziemski. And a miss there on the triple. If they play this right, they can go 2 for 1.
Yeah, they really have to work the clock right now.
Nails it from 3.
They are unconscious from outside. And so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Outside Podziemski. Off target at the rim.
It's one thing to prevent the layup. It's another to do it without fouling. Just terrific defense.
Here's Strother, guarded by Payton. They swipe it. Finished off the break. And the Warriors lead by 1. And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight.
It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. The Warriors on top. They lead by 1. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dive. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
Wow, that was an absolute masterpiece of an assist. He knew exactly when to deliver the ball, and it made for a beautiful score.
We've reached the 4th quarter in what has been a very competitive game. Should be an exciting finish. On the court for Golden State to start the 4th. We've got Green, Moses Moody out there with Stephen Curry. Then there's Jimmy Butler, and it's Post in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Pure from 3-point range.
Well, guys, I'm happy I'm not guarding Steph right now. On nights like tonight, Curry can do no wrong.
Brown passes to Jokic. Here's Brown. Outside Murray. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Porter. Over Moody. And it's good. Off the back of the rim and in.
They have a never-give-up attitude.
Yeah, and as a coach, you love having a team like this. They've got 0 quitting.
Curry looking it over. Beyond the arc. And the Warriors with another 3.
Not sure there's such a thing as a bad 3 for Steph.
Murray passes to Brown. Picked by Murray. There's the 3. It's rebounded by Jimmy Butler.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Well, the defender's stopping the developing fast break. That looks like a transition take foul. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Warriors?
Well, you've got to like that they're not settling. They're attacking the defense on the drive and creating great looks.
And they've also been in the zone with the mid-range jumper. The defense has given them space, and they haven't hesitated to rise and fire.
Nuggets trail by 6. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Oh, what ferocity on the throwdown. I just love when he goes up with purpose.
Where was the D right there? The effort lacking big time.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Butler on the wing. Up top, Moody, defended by Murray. And again, no good by Golden State.
That's a decent look for him. He just couldn't convert.
Here's Watson. No good on the 3. The Warriors lead by 4. Moody with it. Checked by Murray. Here's Post. And here's Moody. Lets it go from deep. Ooh, the smooth 3 from Moody.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him a clean look from that.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And Jamal Murray picks up the foul. That's his 3rd foul so far.
His 3rd personal foul. 2nd team foul.
Outside Curry. 1:43 left in the 4th. Lets it fly. Jokic grabs the board. Jokic has got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Brown. He's covered by Curry. Brown passes to Murray. Here's Brown. Murray, a screen on Curry. Brown sends it home from 3-point land. Brown's got 5 points in the quarter.
And that was the right decision. When you're in need of a bucket, you go to your most trusted guys.
Yeah, he got a good look, and he calmly delivered for them. That's what you like to see.
6 on the shot clock. Out to the right wing. Here's Post. Nikola Jokic grabs the miss. And so Jokic will bring it up for the Denver Nuggets. 4-point game. Outside Murray. Pass to Brown for 3. And the rebound goes to the Warriors.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be given.
And this is where Butler wants to attack you. Ground 0.
A 3 off the inbound. And it's good. What a beautiful shot. Brings it within 3.
And this is why they go to Murray in critical spots of the game. He just knows how to come through. Ooh.
Now here's Moody. Defense is right there. And it's in.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no freeze.
Here's Post. And so the Warriors take the win. And they barely squeezed out the win here on the road. Thanks, Allie. Great interview once again. And that'll wrap it up, folks, with Grant Hill.
everyone, but we have a great defensive matchup this evening in this one.
Well, I'll tell you what, it is for me, Kevin. I mean, I like to see defense take center stage sometimes. I love when teams get after it and make it hard for each other to score. And if you're a basketball purist, this is must-watch TV.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Deadly backcourt pair of Booker and Beal. Royce O'Neal is out there with Nick Richards. And it's Durant in at the 3, the small forward. And so it's the Suns getting on the board first. Pass to Brown. And Watson has it in the corner. Out to the right wing. Shot clock at 5. And Jokic gets it to go.
I have a lot of respect for Jokic's feel for the game. He plays the right way, sees everything, great vision, and he processes what he sees so quickly.
Booker takes it off the glass.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve.
GA, when we think about Devin Booker's scoring ability, he always has been ahead of the curve.
The youngest player ever to score 70 in a game, amongst the youngest to get to 10,000 points. Booker is on a historic scoring pace.
Here's Brown. It's hauled in by Kevin Durant. Here's Beal. Kicks it out to Booker. And so just over a minute and a half played.
Wow, I'm surprised. I thought that was definitely automatic.
Gordon, the pass to Brown. Gordon with a screen on O'Neal. Floats it up for Murray. Durant with the steal. And they're on the break. From outside the arc, hits the three-point bomb.
Just was a step beyond the half-court line. Durant a threat to let it fly. Great range.
And Murray, here we go. Launches a 3, gets the three-pointer to fall.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Now here's Booker. Richards with it. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
Who's ball?
Nuggets are gone. 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Booker against Murray. Pass to Brown. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. And here's O'Neal. He'll bring it up for the Suns. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. Devin Booker is a 3-level scoring threat. He said, I'm just reading coverages and taking what the defense gives me. That's a mid-range jumper, which analytically people say isn't the highest percentage shot. But for myself, it's a good one. I've shot it pretty much my whole life. Kevin?
And David, doesn't it show? Wow, he is something else. Hey, thank you. Hits the front of the rim and out.
Boy, that's got to be terribly frustrating there. I mean, with the defense not hustling and he still misses, boy, he wishes he had that one back.
Phoenix is gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Mark, it has been quite a run for the Nuggets, hasn't it, who have made the playoffs every season since 2019.
And how about this, Kevin? They've only been lower than a 3 seed one time in that span. And that was because Murray missed the season due to injury. They are consistently tough.
They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
And love how fearless Booker can be. Even the foul doesn't deter him from finishing off his business.
The Nuggets trail by 5. Murray looking around. Pass to Brown. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Suns.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up the three-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Here's Brown. Murray is screen on Beal. Launches it. Murray, no good.
Yeah, but the defense was determined not to give him an inch of free space.
Watson up top, defended by Durant. A nice shot by Brown.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Now here's Booker. 8 points for him. KD on the wing. They set the screen. Jokic grabs the miss.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it.
Watson's shot is good.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition three there. The D was in position to block his path to the hoop if he took it inside.
For 3, Booker drops in the tray. Booker's got 11.
How about dueling from long range, just going at each other?
Looks to me like there could be something personal taking place here.
With the teardrop, and it's the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
What was really impressive there, though, guys.
And so it's Devin Booker making highlights for the Suns. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. And from what we've seen, guys, from the Suns, what are you thinking so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. Before in the 5, it's Gordon and Jokic. And it's Watson in at the 3. That's the group for Denver getting going here in the second. Durant's gone 1 for 5 from the field, 20%. Latrey. Watson's shot is good. He's got 8.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Booker outside. A 3 ball. And the Suns miss again.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
Here's Beal. Played in with a nice touch off the glass.
Yeah, offensively, Beal is a smooth operator.
Nuggets have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Murray against Booker. Murray kicks to Jokic. From past the arc. And there's Murray on the assist by Jokic. Murray's got the lead up to 4 now for Denver.
Well, Murray absolutely has that range. He just needs to find the look he likes, and he'll knock it down.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Well, Clark, we know Nikola Jokic has many interests outside of basketball, like training his horses.
I love that about him. When basketball season is over, he knows exactly what he wants to do and needs to do to take care of his body, but he's not going to be a slave to basketball year-round. He's got other interests, and he's going to indulge and engage in those. He's got other passions, which I love seeing, and horses apparently one of his other passions for sure.
Great timing by Booker, setting up his teammate for success.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Cans it from downtown.
And he's not going to miss those very often, even from deep. The D has to close out a little stronger on him.
Offensive rebound. O'Neal wide open. Richards passes to Booker. Down to 5 on the shot clock. A kick out to O'Neal. Puts up a deep 3. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in. Booker's got 4 assists in the game. Pass to Jokic. Oh, throw it down, Nikola Jokic.
And Joker doesn't get up too often, but when he slams it down, it feels like he's trying to bring the basket with him.
Scooped up. Outside for Beal. Second shot opportunity. He takes it up and lays it in. Beal's got it all tied up now for Phoenix.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Here's Murray. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And Greg, something that is so important to this team, Jamal Murray's shot creation.
It is, Kevin. He creates so much with the ball or off of it. The work he puts in on offense frees up everything for his teammates. Great competitor who's really a perfect fit with this core.
A kick out to O'Neal. Offensive rebound. Good ball movement here by the Suns. It's deflected. Beal from long range. It's held in by Jokic. Jokic has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Watson, the pass to Jokic. Back to Watson. Pass to Jokic. Now Murray. Back to Jokic. Fires from deep. And the ball travels out of his hands. It was last touched by Jokic. There's 25 seconds left now here in the second. Booker outside. Whoa! Booker playing big inside.
It's almost effortless for Booker this close in. He just drops the ball in the bucket.
Pass to Brown. Fires for 3. Buries the long-range jumper. Brown's got 12.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact, I mean, if he's stacking up threes the way he is, I mean, he's doing all this work from behind the arc.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. Nuggets lead by 2. I thank you, David. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You know, guys, Devin Booker has been exceptional here.
And he was an absolute monster on the offensive glass in that first half. I don't know how you slow him down.
And you know what, guys? I think it starts with having a body on him every time a shot goes up. I mean, they've got to do a better job boxing out.
And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. Cody Martin is out there at Bull. Then there's Plumlee. Then it's Jones. And it's Allen in at the 2 guard. Jones from outside sinks the 3-pointer. With the rise of positionless basketball, Clark, this has to be the most difficult era to be a center.
I would not disagree with that, quite honestly. I mean, they're asked to do a lot. I mean, if they're not elite rim runners as centers and shot blockers, they've got to be able to shoot and shoot from the perimeter, not just in the low post. And they still have to be able to finish around the basket. I think the biggest thing is they have to cover more ground defensively because how the game is played offensively with a lot of movement and pick and roll.
Jones for 3. Good on the triple. Jones has got a pair of 3s now here in the third for Phoenix.
And at 7-2, Bull has incredible vision, including noticing when his teammates are open.
Here's Strother. He has 6. Najee passes to Porter. There's the pick. This one for 3. Phoenix grabs the miss.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Bull finds Martin. And the dunk by Bull.
You know, I think it's all about Bull's reach, clearing the glass and then going right back up with it right away.
And the layup's good off the glass.
Hey, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
Westbrook against Jones. Plumlee with a screen on Westbrook. Jones, no one around him. Plumlee, the pass to Bull. Jones kicks to Martin. Plumlee sets the pick for Martin. Over Porter. And it's Martin missing. Denver in the lead. Jordan outside. Outside Porter. Off target from outside.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Well, Michael Porter Jr. is one of the premier shooters in the NBA.
And that size that he brings to that sweet stroke makes it hard to get to a shot. 6'10", shoots it with confidence, shoots it with great fluidity. And, man, is he special. And he's worked through some injury trouble early in his career. And now he's one of the more lethal front court players in the league on the perimeter.
And Michael Porter is going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
Jones, the pass to Allen. Stolen. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Three-pointer. Kept alive. Jordan. Astonagi for three. The kick out to Westbrook. Three-pointer. Nagy, no good. And so Allen will bring it up now for Phoenix. Trailing by 2. Down low. Here's Bull. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Nuggets have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Here's Nagy. Good, and a nice assist from Porter. Nagy's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Jones against Westbrook. Jones dishes to Plumlee to end the drought, and it's slammed in by Plumlee.
Oh, I love watching him flush it home, showing how easily he can get off the ground and bang it.
The kick out to Porter. They set the pick to the left wing. 6 to shoot. Takes it inside and finished off by Porter.
Boy, so agile and fluid at 6'10", finishing with an exclamation point. Porter Jr. Hard to stop this young guy.
Outside for Martin. The three. Another shot. Plumlee. It's deflected. And here's the fast break. Porter leading the way. Here's Crawford. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Denver on top. And while we can now, let's take a look at today's State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession in this way. True team basketball.
His first personal foul.
We've reached the fourth quarter, and what has been a very competitive game should be an exciting finish. And a whole new lineup here for the Booker brings it hard to the rack.
Just on fire tonight. Devin Booker is feeling it, folks.
Booker against Murray. Pass to Brown. That's in there. Murray with the assist. Murray's got 4 assists in the game.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know, that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
Here's O'Neal. Kicks it out to Booker. Now, here is O'Neal. Booker looking around. Phoenix needs to get off a shot. O'Neal, no good. Denver leading by 6. Pass to Jokic. Here's Brown. Right side, Gordon. Jokic has a 2-pointer. The rebound by Richards. Suns trail by 6. Here's KD. Eyes cleared for takeoff. Here comes Durant with the jam.
And, you know, once Durant notices a lane, you're toast. I mean, using his long strides to get inside fast, unstoppable.
And Jokic slings it in.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
Pass to Jokic. Back to Watson. Buries it from three-point range.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Suns trail by 7. For 3, Booker, that's good, and it's KD with the assist. Booker's got 7 points here in this quarter.
In textbook mechanics, make it look like it's going in every time. Booker, unreal.
Here's Jokic, and he gets that one to go off the front iron.
And when he rises up, he knows he's probably going to get a clean look. It's a matter of executing.
You know, for me, it doesn't get any better than seeing big fellas who can use the mid-range jumper to their advantage.
Richards, nice work on the board. He's paying off with the basket.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
Into the lane. Murray outside. Watson, that's for 2. It's hauled in by the Suns.
Well, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
And with that, the Denver lead is cut down to just 2 points in the bucket from O'Neal.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind the layup. Come on now. My goodness. Fantastic execution in a tight spot. Gordon capitalizing in the big moment for his team.
Here's Booker. Booker with a beautiful floater there.
How about the focus from Booker? I mean, refusing to let anything stop him from getting that basket.
Here's Murray. Banked in off the glass. And the Nuggets lead by 4.
Jamal Murray proving he's not afraid of the big moment. Big time shot there.
And Booker kicks to KD. A three-pointer off the mark.
You know, to cut deficits, you got to be making smart basketball plays out there. Taking care of the ball. It's not done by hoisting up bonehead threes like that one.
Good! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Somebody lit a fire under Kevin Durant.
They'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see longer possessions from this point on.
Jokic passes to Watson. Hands the 3.
Jokic so dangerous when he's got the rock in his hands. He's a top-notch passer as well as a great scorer. He always delivers.
For 3, Booker. And you know who? Devin Booker.
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Murray is screen on Beal. Murray kicks to Jokic. Now Watson. Back to Jokic. From 20 feet out. Misses there. So it's the Nuggets taking the W in a close one. What a show they put out here at home tonight.
I mean, these are those games that feel so great to win, and really, it's like a knife in the gut to lose. You gotta love being on edge.
Thank you, David. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and David Olson, this is Kellogg.
expect in a veteran-heavy matchup like this?
You know, B.A., it typically means we'll get a clean game. These guys have been around for a while and know how to take care of the basketball.
Here are the 5 for the Suns. Booker and Beal are the talented backcourt. Royce O'Neal is out there with Kevin Durant. And it's Richards in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Curry. Oh, denied by Durant.
Durant covering a lot of territory with his length.
The 3 from Curry. Here's Green. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. It's going to be on Bradley Beal. These are his first free throws of the game. And he knocks down the first one. And let's talk about Draymond Green for a moment. Certainly one of the most outspoken players in the league, Brent.
Well, Draymond has never held back, whether he's talking about his opinion or the way that he sees the game, which is remarkable and a revelation to his intelligence as a defender on the floor. Draymond Green has been special on the defensive end throughout his career.
Clock at 6. And it's slammed in by Durant.
The slam from KD, just getting to the rim for an easy one.
Moody passes to Butler. And it's Butler with the jam.
Now that's how you capitalize on a screen.
Yeah, good positioning, too. Gave him a clear path to the hoop.
Really not enough help there. Lack of communication on the backside.
Now here's O'Neal. Pass to Richards. Now Booker. Releases. Rebounded by Green.
Good shot, gone bad. Gotta finish there.
Curry against Beal. There's a screen. Here's post. Good on the jump shot. And Booker's got the ball here for Phoenix. It's a 3-point game. Outside O'Neal. Down to 5 on the shot clock. The Suns need to get off a shot. Pass to Durant. Drops in the layup for 2.
You can't give Kevin Durant baskets, but certainly can't be that easy for him.
The Warriors have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. One thing this Golden State team does very well is control the offensive glass, Brent.
Well, there's been a lot of talk analytically, BA, about how advantageous it is to come in and swoop through to grab offensive rebounds. Golden State has bought into that philosophy. They also have guys who take a lot of long shots, so that's long rebounds with a better chance of gaining an extra possession. So some smart analytical play here from Golden State in the past couple seasons.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, Brian, a lot of teams are staying clear of that dreaded second apron of the luxury tax, but the Suns, they blew right past it, adding Bradley Beal to create a star trio. Kevin Durant said, quote, "That's what you're supposed to do. It's about swinging for the fences every year." They're looking to go the distance.
Every year, you're right. Talent is there, Allie. Here's the pick. Here's Butler. And it's Phoenix with a rebound.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in. Yeah, better than giving up the layup, you want to go in there and use the hard foul. They did it there. That's aggressive attitude defensively.
Yes, so good to see Booker knocking down the corner triple. A go-to scorer with considerable range.
Now here's Moody. No points so far. From the arc. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
Oh,
yes, sir.
Oh, wow.
Wow. And how about Booker going high up for the dunk?
Here's Curry. Yeah, that one's good. Curry's got 5 now.
We see this every night. He has the skill and versatility to keep a defense guessing.
And there's the call on Devin Booker. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
55 seconds left in the first quarter of the game. And here's Butler outside. The rebound by Devin Booker. And so it's Booker with it. He brings it up for Phoenix, trailing by 2. Here's Durant. Got it. Good job in the low post. 6 points for him. Golden State has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. Here's Curry. Wasted no time with that shot, but it's off the mark. About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Durant, pass to Booker. 4-3. They get it back. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move! He's got a chance for one more at the line. It's on Stephen Curry. Phoenix shooting their first free throw of the game here. Now here's Curry. He's got 5. Booker with the defensive effort.
That's their plan, to get him an opportunity to finish in tight. That's a miss they can live with.
And at the end of 1, both teams putting up some points. Phoenix. And if you're just joining us, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And taking a look at the Suns' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
You can really see the strategy coming in. Get the ball into the painted area.
You don't see that all that often, getting down there and doing that much damage in a quarter. You got to respect the game plan.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Suns. Booker and Beal in the talented backcourt. Kevin Durant is out there with Royce O'Neal, and it's Richards in at the 5, roaming the paint. Oh, it's stolen by Butler. Outside Moody. Back to Butler. Pass to Moody. He shoots it. And it's good. Off the back rim and in.
Tough to contest that one. Draymond went right up into a one-piece shooting motion.
Butler against Booker. Outside Durant. 5 on the clock. Over Green. Sinks the 15-footer. Durant's got 8.
Oh, KD just filthy from the mid-range, unguardable most of the time.
When you look at the career of Kevin Durant, he's had an amazing list of teammates, Grant.
Yeah, that's true, B.A. And it started with Westbrook and Harden. Then he had Steph, Clay, and Dre, Kyrie, and then Booker and Beal. That is quite the list.
Second team foul.
Durant with it. Give him 8. The 3 is up. At the arc. KD drains it.
Well, there's a nice answer from an operator in Kevin Durant. You hit a 3, you know he's coming back at you.
Curry against Booker. Curry gets the bucket. He has 7.
I just think that's trouble. You're gonna let that guy shoot layups. You're asking for it.
Now Booker. He's got 5. Pass to Durant. Offensive rebound. Butler against Booker. Screen by O'Neal. 6 to shoot. A powerful slam from Devin Booker.
And Booker now in attack mode. That's the kind of hard-charging approach he needs to have to get points on the board.
Back to Curry. From behind the arc. Richards pulls it in. Richards has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Durant. KD jams it straight down.
Man, you wake up tomorrow and look at this box score and you know that Kevin Durant had a massive night.
Curry, a screen on Beal. The kick out. Curry. Good work there as it goes. Curry's got 4 points now in the quarter. Phoenix leading by 3. Beal outside. 3 minutes of action thus far in the second.
2 minutes.
And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. Grant, when you talk about consistency and officiating game to game. Do you think there's room for improvement?
You know, I do think so. I mean, they're allowing more contact, but overall, more clarity on what constitutes legal guarding position would help players and officials.
One thing Bradley Beal does so well with his craft is he'll probe the defense. He's very patient. He's looking for weaknesses. And typically, he'll find one.
Good execution. They're getting some short-range looks here.
Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Booker. And Booker with the jam.
Wow. I'll tell you, such an advantage having a playmaker who can get up to the rim and finish.
Now that is what every team wants.
Like to see that assertiveness, especially from the guy who's going to orchestrate your offense.
And the basket by Curry.
Well, he can score from the perimeter, but Steph also knows how to execute inside.
Booker, the pass to Beal. Curry with a steal. Oh, and a fast break for the Warriors. Green against Durant. That one's good from Green. And the assist from Curry. Green's gotten 4 this quarter.
Oh, very clever from Curry. They're attracting the defense and then just giving it away.
Here's Booker. And Booker with the jam.
There you go. He's a monster at the rim.
So athletic. Obviously, he plays on the attack.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my.
Throw that one up top. What a play. I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. On the wing, Durant. Pass to Richards. Clock at 2. From the wing, and they forced the shot clock violation. Great D.
Substitution on the court.
Here's Curry. 11 points in the game. Look at Chef Curry cooking it up inside. Stephen Curry getting it done for the Warriors. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can be. We'll be right back with you shortly.
30. Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Through 2 quarters of play, he's been an excellent source of points.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
We've got Brandon Pajemski, Trace Jackson-Davis out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then it's Buddy Hield, and it's Peyton in at the 2. And that's the group for Steve Kerr as we begin the second half. Allen outside. Bull, screen on Peyton. Back to Bull. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Bull's gotten his first points in this one. Golden State has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Kuminga, the pass to Hield. Peyton with a screen on Martin. Outside Peyton. Launches it. He drops it from range. Peyton's got his first 3 points of the game.
Well, Hield right there on the yield, waiting for someone to get open.
Jones from outside. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. And the ball out of play. The Suns will have it.
Well, that's 2 teammates who need to reintroduce themselves to one another, not on the same page.
Peyton against Allen. Pass to Bull. And finished off by Bull.
And nobody putting out much of an effort to stop him.
surprising. In a close game, a lack of energy on defense.
On one side, inspiration. On the other, devastation.
Ooh, stolen by Allen. Jones, the pass to Plumlee. Can't cash it in from close range. The Warriors leading. And here's Kuminga for three. And the Warriors miss again. The Suns have gotten 2 of 4 shots to go since the break. And Brent, you've always seen the flashes, but now it seems the game is slowed down for Kuminga.
Well, BA, a lot of fans clamoring for Kuminga to get minutes even earlier on, but the Warriors took a very slow approach to his development, and now you're starting to see some of that athleticism and strength and some of that patience paying off for Jonathan Kuminga.
Here's Payton driving inside, and the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
BA, I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. Jones, the pass to Allen. Clock at 4. Pass to Bowl. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist. Bowles got 6.
This can make it so much easier for your teammate when you throw that lead pass that gets to him right on the money, whether that's on the run or in the shooting pocket.
Kuminga against Bowl. Uh-oh, Kuminga.
That is what I'm talking about. Wow. Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Martin inside, guarded by Heel.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, BA.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Outside Pajemski. 1:19 left to play in the third quarter here. Sinks that one from the post. And the Warriors lead by 3. For Phoenix, they've gotten 4 of 7 shots to drop in the third. Here's Jones. Oh, the teardrop falls in.
When the player gets a feel for that floater, it can really make things tough on defenders. You're just not sure how to guard them and where your point of commitment is.
Here's Payton. And a nice finish on the layup. Payton's got 7 points for the quarter.
When it's this close, every bucket matters. You need good looks.
Jones feels it out. The baseline J. Here's Plumlee, and it's blocked. Outside Bull. Plumlee, a screen on Kuminga. Whistle blows. Yep, that's going to be a travel.
Well, after committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock and the game clock. Payton with a screen on Martin. Pass to Pajemski. There's 14 seconds left in the third. Good on the bucket. And it's a 5-point Warrior lead.
Yeah, these teams are playing with incredible energy.
At least in the second half they have been. The first half wasn't played anywhere near this intense.
Lets it go. Great D that time from Pajemski. And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Warriors ahead. They're up. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's the way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for the Suns, getting the fourth quarter going. Booker and Beal in the talented backcourt. Royce O'Neal is out there with Nick Richards. And it's Durant in at the 3, the small forward.
Looks like they're gaining some confidence here in crunch time.
And right now is when you have to lay it on the line. Between the two teams, they've clearly been the aggressor.
Durant against Green. Durant, pass to Booker. There's the block. Outside, Green. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. Suns trail by 7. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Warriors.
Warriors basketball.
Golden State has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. A few possessions into the fourth, just over a minute played.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And he comes up with a bucket.
Booker runs the floor so well, a terrific sense of where to be in that kind of situation.
Outside Moody. Pass to post. Curry with it. Booker defending. Moody on the wing. Lets the three fly.
Golden State foul. Ouch. First personal foul.
Suns trail by 5. Here's Booker. Puts up a deep three. And it's cleared by Stephen Curry. Here's Butler. Butler finishes the job.
Well, out in transition, Jimmy Butler scanning the court, found an angle, and does some damage.
Beal, that one's good.
Zero rim protection. Unforgivable in a tight ball game like this.
Well, I hope there's one player on that team out there that has interest in winning this game. Right now, it doesn't look to be one.
Outside Moody. Green finds Curry. Let's go with a three. And it's Phoenix with the rebound. Richards has got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. And the ball out of play. The Warriors will have it. A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. Curry against Booker. Green with a screen on Booker. Pass to Green. Outside for Butler. Shot clock at 5. And he buries that one. Back rim and in. Butler's got 4 points this quarter.
Oh, what great action we've seen tonight. Hard to imagine a more entertaining game.
No, this is about as high octane a game as you're going to find.
Back to Booker. Jacks up a 3. They get it again. Beal outside. Puts up a 3. Nails it from beyond the arc.
You want something to happen, you give the ball to Bradley Beal.
Stolen by Booker. And now the Suns fast break. Booker cashing in on the fast break.
That's why Devin Booker has the ball for moments just like that.
On the attack, Curry. Pass to Butler. Back to Curry. 1:16 left in the fourth quarter here. Here's Post. Clock at 6. Oh, there's a killer two-hand slam.
Good heads-up basketball. Season opening and capitalizes.
He shoots. And the Suns getting another bucket right there.
Man, I'll tell you what, the pressure is cranked up. Who better to call than this guy?
Curry takes it in. He connects.
Wow. That takes steady nerves right there.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up a notch.
Pass to Durant. Richards with a screen. Three-pointer. The rebound by Post. A chance here to possibly put the game away.
They have to remain focused to get it done.
And it's good. Assisting on the play was Curry. And the Warriors lead by 6.
And say what you will about the value of the three-pointer, but those close-in looks are always plan A. Every trip down, get to the paint, get deep, score.
Outside for Green. Pass to Butler. And they go to the intentional foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And he commits the intentional foul.
Second personal foul. Second team foul.
He hits the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. And he hits both free throws here, and it's an 8-point ball game. Sinks the tray. And an intentional foul right there.
Yeah, and there's no question they have to foul. Now, I'm sure they would have preferred to avoid it.
At the line for the
He gets the first, and that increases the lead to 6. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 7-point game. And there's a timeout from Mike Budenholzer. Your thoughts, guys?
Too little, too late. Making a change won't save them now.
Well, I'm going to use the cliche here. You can't take your timeouts with you, so they're going to use it.
And so it's Golden State winning this one. Boy, Allie, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. Alongside Brent Barry, Grant Hill, and
teams are they have rosters filled with veteran players.
I was on a few teams like this, Kevin, and it's just great for the locker room. Guys are usually willing to accept their roles and understand how to win.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. The 4 and the 5. It's Gordon and Jokic. In at the guard spots, it's Murray and Brown. And it's Watson in at the 3.
If you give him an inch of space, he's going to make you pay.
Here's Murray. Pass to Brown. Back to Murray. Here's Brown. Just 5 on the clock. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
And you think Murray all about scoring, but Murray is about what helps his team win.
Here's Moody. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Now, here's Jokic. Murray is screen on Green. Jokic kicks to Gordon. Jokic inside. And Jokic throws it down.
Oh, that's just too easy for Jokic. This is why defensively you've got to get him away from the basket.
What's great about Jokic, GA, is he can put up MVP numbers, and he's got a little personality to him, doesn't he?
He does. You can tell he just loves life. He loves everything he does, especially when he's on the floor, making his teammates better.
And it's the Nuggets with the ball after the Warriors pick up 3. Murray plays it up and banks it in.
And inside Murray's attacking mentality pays off. He just works hard to find his own shot.
And here's Green outside. It's hauled in by Jokic. The Nuggets have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Back to Watson. Murray outside. Back to Watson. And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Denver.
Oh, boy, they've been driving deep into that defense early on, and it's paid off. Great penetration from the perimeter so far.
And also, guys, they're playing for one another right now. All those extra passes are leading to easy buckets.
Now, here's Curry. The shot by Butler. Nobody around. Good, and Curry gets the assist.
And that's the ball movement you're looking for, and Butler drills it.
And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, Steve Kerr gave me a few minutes to catch up with him. He thinks they need to focus on speeding up Nikola Jokic rather than trying to slow him down. Coach said Jokic dominates the game at his own pace, so we need to put more pressure on him and not allow him to play so patient. Of course, that's easier said than done. Back to you, Kevin.
Okay, David, thanks. When it's all said and done, Jokic, Greg, is going to be the Nuggets' career leader in many categories.
And he's already their franchise leader in rebounds, assists, triple-doubles, and playoff points, and many other advanced stats as well.
Right side Curry. Fires the 3. Connects from three-point range.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Here's Murray, and it's Murray with the jam.
Puts the D in a tough spot when you have a point guard who can throw it down.
He really does, GA. He really does put pressure on him.
Yeah, hard to strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
The shot by Curry, no good.
I thought he had that ball sewn up, but somehow the defense just threw him off.
Pass to post. Second chance shot outside for Curry. Here's post. Defended by Gordon. The shot from the low post is good. Post has got his second basket. 27 seconds left to play here in the first. Outside Gordon. Jokic against Green. Here's Brown. Here's Jokic. Good work there as it goes.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Now, here's Moody. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Moody's got 10 points. That's tipped. Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. The Warriors. And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter of action so far. And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
They've put their hard hats on and gone to work on the offensive boards. Those second chance points can really energize a team.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
We've got Stephen Curry. Draymond Green is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then there's Moses Moody. And it's Post in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. RJ, with how well Curry continues to play, I'm not sure his three-point record will ever be broken.
It's going to be tough to do. But even if it does, I think Steph will still be regarded as the best shooter we have ever seen, simply because how he changed the game.
And Jokic throws it down.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher. Watson surveying the D. Jacks up a three. It's rebounded by Golden State. Here's Post. And he makes it look easy, dunking it hard with one hand.
This is what separates Green from most bigs. A point forward who excels at passing.
On the wing, Murray. Defended by Butler. Here's Jokic. Jokic rumbling to the bucket.
And he's an automatic finisher when he gets into that area.
He is, and he picks the simple one-hand stuff to get the 2 points. Here's Moody. Pass to Post. Back to Moody. There's a screen. It's in, and he's a very efficient 5 for 6 on the game. The Nuggets trail by 3. Murray outside. Out to the right wing. Watson with it. Butler covering. Murray outside. Takes a 3. Good for the 5th time in 5 shots. He remains perfect.
And there's no doubt Murray can fill it up. Good luck bringing him down to earth when he's on this kind of a roll.
Curry outside. And Brown pulls it down. And he uses the glass on the layup. Murray's got the lead up to 2 now for the Nuggets.
I'll be honest, he's having a better quarter than a lot of my nights back when I played.
Richard, we know that not many teams have had steady core players like the Warriors have had over the past decade.
Well, there's so much player movement these days, and it's hard to keep any roster intact, let alone a superstar team like Golden State.
And the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Nikola Jokic may not be the most physically gifted, but there's an old saying in basketball, you're as fast as you can anticipate. LeBron James says he sees plays before they happen. A lot of people don't understand it, but I do. He's special. Kevin?
You know, his mind for the game is just on another level. We appreciate that report.
And that jump shot of Butler is really smooth. He just rises up comfortably there and makes it look effortless.
Now here's Murray. He's got 14. And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Curry looking it over. They set the pick. Count the bucket, and he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And Curry's not the biggest guy, but he can sense the contact coming and makes the adjustment.
The Warriors shooting their first foul shot of the game. The greatest shooter ever, Steph Curry. You played with him. What was it like seeing him day in and day out?
I had the pleasure of playing with Steph the first year he broke the NBA record for threes in a season. And when I tell you, he was just scratching the surface. He is always looking to push the boundaries, to see what he can do, and to work at every aspect of his shooting. Love how selfless he is setting brick screens like this. Plays like that right there are what help create easy scoring opportunities.
Now here's Curry. 8 points for him. Outside Butler. Clock at 6. There's the 3. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Jokic has got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Brown. Defended by Moody. And there's the call on Curry. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Here's Murray. 14 points for him.
And you got to admire the tough-nosed nature of Butler, not allowing scorers to get comfortable when he's on.
Outside, Green. Butler finds Curry. Two on the clock. Curry crashes inside.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Warriors lead by 2. It's time now to go courtside. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. It's been one outstanding game from Jamal Murray.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
So on the floor for Denver, they've got Saric. He's out there with Porter, and it's Westbrook in at the point. And you look at this year's Denver team, you know, Greg, trying to get more from their bench than they did last year.
Yeah, and you just don't want your starters to play so many minutes that they get gassed in the postseason. That's something Denver's trying to avoid this time around. Easier said, though, than done.
Westbrook dishes to Porter. That comes off the assist by Russell Westbrook. Porter's got his first bucket in this one.
And the size Porter Jr. has helps him on those physical takes. Great work inside there.
Here's the lob to the hoop. A steal. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. For the lead, it's hauled in by Jackson Davis. The Warriors shooting fantastically in this game, 62% from the floor. Payton looking around. Back to Podziemski. Clock at 4. Here's the 3. Healed outside. Back to Podziemski. From downtown. Rebound by the Nuggets.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Yep, that one goes.
I love the power behind Westbrook's finish. He just dares the defense to get in his way.
Outside, Payton. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Payton's got the game tied up here for the Warriors. And here's Westbrook. He'll bring it up for Denver. Charge with the screen for Westbrook. Pass to Strother. Lobbed up there for Westbrook. Throws down the alley-oop slam. And something that every NBA player has now that maybe they didn't a couple years ago, RJ, their own personal trainer.
Well, it's just a beautiful investment of your own resources back into your body. I love that players are hiring chefs, dietitians, sleep aides, and the teams are hiring them. I love every aspect of that.
And it's Gary Payton II with the foul.
First personal foul.
That's his first foul.
Team foul.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. There's Porter with the three.
Some agile defense from Hill, not allowing the shooter to slip by him.
Right on the bucket.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
The kick out to Porter. Back to Westbrook. Pass to Saric. 6 on the shot clock. Denver needs to get off his shot. Kaji, no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Podziemski's shot is good.
We talk about the importance of shooting while in rhythm. He feels confident doing this from downtown on the break.
It didn't take long for Podziemski to establish himself as an elite charge taker.
The funny thing about the game of basketball is that some things can't be taught. Pods clearly has the it factor when it comes for the timing that it takes to draw charges. He can steal a few possessions for you every single game.
Kuminga, screen on Westbrook. Pass to Jackson Davis. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Oh, going high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam. Westbrook kicks to Porter. There's the screen. Bangs home the trifecta.
Porter Jr.
Porter's got 7 points in the game.
Just sensational form and touch on display from Porter. When
look at that play right there!
And talk about putting some extra on it. That dunk was way over the top.
Close game or not, he's going to finish firm when he gets the space. And it's Gary Payton II with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
Second team foul.
Westbrook with it. He has 6. Porter looking it over. Can't hit the turnaround jumper. No good that time. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. The Warriors on top. They lead by 2. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game. And it's presented as always by State Farm.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to fire.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big men in the league today than we've ever seen.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Green is out there with Butler. Then it's Curry. Then there's Moses Moody. And it's Post in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the Warriors' foul. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. On defense, the Warriors. A 2-point game. So the wing on the left. For the 3. Brown's shot is off. Oh, here comes Curry all alone. Moody the pass to Butler. Now Moody shoots the 3. It's hauled in by Watson. Gordon against Curry. And the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Here's Murray Out left to the wing. Here's Brown.
Look, just give Curry credit. When he hustles on defense, it makes a difference.
Good. Curry, so dangerous in transition.
There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a three like that, but now it's a great decision, and it paid off.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I was able to listen to what David Adelman went over with his team. He loves what they're doing in the paint. He said if they're not stopping us, keep doing it. Keep going after it down low. So they'll keep pounding it inside, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
The three-point stroke from Jokic, it just looks confident.
Outside Curry. Pass to Moody. The kick outside to Butler. On the clock. Curry, a screen on Gordon. Butler, no good. And it's Watson with the ball for the Nuggets. They've played a great fourth quarter defensively, allowing only 3 points. That ties it up.
And that's right in his wheelhouse, looking to make an impact when it counts.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Pass to post. It's hauled in by the Nuggets. Outside Curry. Top of the key, Butler. Good, and Curry gets the assist. And the Warriors lead by 3.
And Butler, no stranger to these pressure situations. A big-time gamer who knows how to take over on key possessions.
They set the pick to the right side. Butler against Murray. Brown, and right away they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Brown's got it all tied up now for the Nuggets. Curry against Murray. It's Curry with the drive. Here's post. And another 3 for Golden State.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Murray, the pass to Brown. Outside Gordon. Lets it go with a 3. Oh, they get it back. Watson for 3. No good.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Moody finds Butler. And here is Moody. And shot on the way. Rebound by the Nuggets. Here's Murray. Pass to Watson. Here's Brown. Oh, good with the triple.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Murray against Butler. Murray kicks to Jokic. And here's Watson. We got 28 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Clock at 6. Murray is screen on Curry. Brown's shot is off.
Another missed 3, and he seems determined to shoot his way out of it.
Outside Curry. So it's a narrow victory for the Warriors, pulling out the W. That, David, thank you as always. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. Alongside